Okay, so have you ever gotten that feeling like something's off? Like
No.
things aren't what they seem?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. A mystery that'll make you question disappearing acts. Like, how far would you go to just start over completely fresh? You know,
Yeah.
our source material this time, it's The Silent Passenger, the case of Flight 1423's vanishing mystery.
Oh, wow.
This one is a real head scratcher, I'm telling you.
Can't wait.
So picture this, right? It's a typical spring morning back in 97, Flight 1423, from Seattle to New York.
Yeah.
It's a full plane, passengers everywhere, just your average flight.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this woman, Evelyn Harper.
Okay.
Now, she boarded last minute, kept to herself, didn't talk much at all. Pretty unremarkable, really, except for the fact that she was about to become, like, the center of one of the most baffling events in aviation history.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how, like, a regular person can end up holding the key to something so huge.
Totally.
You'd never suspect it, you know?
Nope.
But like you said, she's not quite as ordinary as she seems, is she?
Yeah, exactly. About an hour into the flight, something really strange happens.
Uh-huh.
Evelyn goes up to a flight attendant. Clearly, she's distressed, and she claims she saw someone in the cargo hold.
Wow, so like someone stowed away. I bet they were skeptical at first.
Totally. Yeah, like right out of a movie.
Exactly.
But that disbelief, it doesn't last very long.
Oh, no.
Because suddenly it's not just Evelyn. This feeling of unease, it spreads through the whole plane like wildfire.
Oh.
Whispers turn into panic. Passengers are saying that luggage compartments are popping open for no reason. There are these weird tapping sounds coming from below the plane, and even the lights start flickering.
That is creepy. It's like the plane itself knew something was wrong.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And the crew, they're trained for emergencies, and even they're freaked out.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
And that's when Evelyn, she drops a bombshell.
What happened?
Turns out she's not just some random passenger, she's an investigative journalist.
Oh, wow.
And she was actually tracking a missing tech mogul, this guy Martinvale.
Right, Martinville, the one who supposedly died?
Yep, that's the one. Everyone thought it was a tragic accident. But Evelyn, she believed he faked his death.
Oh my gosh.
And get this, she was convinced he was on that flight, hiding, getting ready for a clean escape.
So not just some stowaway.
Yeah.
This is a billionaire on the run.
Right, like this is a whole other level of crazy. We're not talking about a security breach anymore.
It's a carefully planned escape.
Exactly. I mean, think about this guy. He had the resources to pull off something this insane.
Yeah, you don't just vanish like that without some serious planning.
Okay, so now put yourself in the captain's shoes, right?
Okay.
You've got passengers panicking, weird stuff happening on the plane,
Yeah.
and then a passenger who's convinced there's a fugitive billionaire on board.
Talk about pressure.
Yeah, he's never dealt with anything like this before.
Yeah.
So he makes a call, the only call really, an emergency landing.
I mean, what else could he do?
Right. It's a bold move, but it shows just how serious things were.
Definitely.
So the plane lands. Security rushes in. Passengers are ushered off. They're shaken up, but safe. But that is not the end of the story.
Oh, no, there's more.
Way more. They search the cargo hold, and guess what they find?
They found Martinvale.
Not exactly. They find a hidden survival pod,
A survival pod.
fully equipped oxygen tanks, food supplies, even a laptop with encrypted files.
Wow.
And the thing that really seals the deal, fingerprints on the equipment. They match Martinvale.
So Evelyn was right all along.
She was right. He had planned this whole thing out.
It's insane the lengths he went to disappear.
But here's the real kicker. Get this. Martinvale himself is nowhere to be found.
He's gone.
Poof, vanished. He left the evidence, the escape pod, everything, and disappeared without a trace.
It's like he just walked out of thin air.
Seriously, it makes you wonder how he managed it.
Right. He didn't just get lucky. This was planned down to the last detail.
Totally. And think about those encrypted files on his laptop. Who knows what secrets were on there?
Maybe clues to his next move or why he did it?
It's crazy, right? Like, it makes you think about how powerful information is these days.
And if someone like him with all that money can just disappear, even with all the surveillance we have today, what does that say about privacy? Can anyone truly be tracked?
It's a scary thought, for sure. So let me ask you this. Could you have figured it out? If you were on that flight, would you have connected the dots like Evelyn did?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
This case, Flight 1423 and Martinvale vanishing. It's a reminder that reality can be stranger than fiction.
It really is.
We're left with more questions than answers. But one thing's for sure, some mysteries are meant to stay unsolved.
And that's what makes them so fascinating.
Exactly. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. I'll see you in the next one.
See you then!